Oh, I see.
Somebody else? I hear a bike.
Shoddy.
I thought I heard a bike when I was walking in. Yeah. Alright, so this is everybody except for Killer, right?
More or less.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, so here we go. Alright, guys. Somebody please fill me in as to what happened yesterday. I did speak with Head, but what the hell happened? Let's start from the ending of last night to the beginning of last night. I just want to make sure all of our stories are matching here.
All right. Well, hell, I can start. I mean, because I know I had my own part in it. You know, we all met up at one of his showrooms, one of Head's place, and tried to talk about it, figure it out. Before we got there, got up both of their vehicles, a blue car, a black van. I had the final drop shot on one of the guys in black. I don't know what happened to the dude in blue.
I got him as he was running.
Alright, so there's that. And then I know that I did pull my weapon out on the guy in black because he started putting his finger in B's face, and you know, I don't take that as anything less than a threat. And that's when he walked off and hid for like a split second, and he pulled out a automatic weapon. I didn't see what it was, and we all just started shooting, and some of us got hit, some of us didn't, and before I know it, they're laying in blood. We rolled up because Head found out from Tim about them doing stuff in his area, man. That's all that I know.
They had the meeting here also.
Yeah. And then Head asked us to, you know, go ride out with him, so.
Yeah, and I brought it up because of when me and the one prospect were getting gas, and one of their guys pulled up on us asking us questions and tried to kill us. So I brought it up to him. I was like, you know, you got this stuff going on, and he was like, well, let's ride down there and handle it right now. And I was like, okay, we'll support you, but it's none of our business.
And like I said, I pulled my weapon because he started getting kind of threatening towards B, man, and I just wasn't gonna have it.
Which is what you should have did. You're an enforcer. You're meant to protect the club.
All right. So what happened?
Problem is they got the CC those capture recording tapes, but Head said that he knows somebody that knows somebody that.
We'll take care of it.
So how many of you guys actually pulled the triggers?
I did.
I did.
I didn't. I left before everything went down.
I think that guy
I mean,
wants
and
to
we all
leave.
had our cuts on too, so.
Now, how many you guys pulled the trigger on the guys that he was confronting? Or you just shot up in the air, or you actually hit the guy? That's really what I'm concerned with.
The guy.
Oh, I hit him.
But I had the final hit on him, man, on the guy in the black, whoever he was.
The dude on the black, he was gargling on the ground and shit, and I think Head went over there and put one in his head, or someone did. I don't remember who.
I finished off the blue one.
I know me, B, Head, and I think you, Tim. I think we were trying to finish him off. I know I had the last shot to go drop him, and so
I had the second shot on him.
I put some rounds off from my Glock, man.
How many?
Puffy that was running out the door and almost got away got a sawed off to the back, dead shot.
Ricky.
How many of the lost guys actually?
Oh, they all started shooting.
They were all shooting.
Yeah.
Puffy got.
I know. I hit him 3 times before he dropped, and then I think I probably put like 6 more in it.
Alright.
Ed also got nicked on the wrist, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all had your cuts on, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't get faces on
Oh,
the
dear.
cameras, from what I heard.
Hope not.
I think well, what we did was we all got alibis right after it happened. We head out and got alibis.
All right. So how did it come to where the Reapers were taking care of business in the city for the Lost? I understand we went down there
Well,
as
they
supporters,
asked us
but
to come.
he asked you to come. Is that what you said?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
like, "You guys want to ride with us?" And I put it to a vote. You guys want to go? Everybody was like, "Yeah, I'm down." So then we went.
All right. So here's
It
the
wasn't
problem.
meant to go down like this.
So here's the problem. You guys see how reckless that is, right? And how messy that is. And I don't know if you guys, who was with us all a couple weeks or a couple days ago, when the Lost again hired somebody to find somebody that jumped the fence in their gate and they burned them alive on the cliff. You guys remember that? Now, we didn't take part in that,
Yep.
but we all saw that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that makes us just as guilty as someone else. The whole goal here is to fly under the radar. I don't have a problem with supporting the Lost. That's no problem. But in that capacity, if anything, we should be watching doors and let Head and his people be doing all the talking. There's no reason why we need to be confronting the person that Head is dealing with. We're there for a support. That's it. Because now, if they
Not
can't,
for the front line. Got it.
if they can't get a hold of that CCTV, I guess it's going to be me and Bobby then, right? Because you guys are all going to be going away. You guys realize that, right? If they can't get a hold of that. So how much do you guys really trust Ted that he can actually get a hold of that CCTV? The tape, the videotape.
I don't trust them at all still. So I mean,
Right.
I don't know.
So that was kind of a
I've known
bad
him
decision.
longer than you guys.
That was a bad decision. And I'm just going to put it out there. And Tim, I'll be honest with you, man. You were the guy, right? So ultimately, you're going to have to take the blame on it. But that is a bad decision to get in bed with these guys. I mean, I don't mind working with them. I'm not going to be doing their dirty work. I'm not going to be pulled into any kind of shit that they get involved with. Unless it directly impacts us. And I get it. I talked to Head. Head called me last night. He told me what happened. So that's my problem with that shooting at the end of the night. So I hope.
Well, see, the
All
thing
I know
is, we
is-
didn't fire the first shots. I know that for a fact. They opened fire on us, and we returned fire. Some of our guys got hit. That's obviously we're gonna protect ourselves.
But he said you guys met in a parking garage or something.
Yeah, the guys we met up with, they was like, hey, let's go in here, and they said at the head was like, okay. We headed in there. The thing was supposed to be talking. They're the ones that shot at us.
Well,
They shot at us. We put them down.
I get that, and that's sometimes that's the expectation. You know, sometimes it's going to happen.
Me and Cage did corner the one guy.
The outcome would have been the same. I mean, but you know, I was just trying to cover everybody on our side because I mean, regardless if it's a good or bad thought, I mean, I'm gonna take my last breath, man, trying to cover and.
Well, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with defending yourself. I'm fine with that. It's just we should not be on that front line with them. If anything, we're a support. We could be support for them. Which
Makes
means,
sense.
like I said, watching the doors, watching the roads, that kind of thing. Or if it really gets out of hand, then we can handle business. But we're trying to fly under the radar. You guys get where I'm coming from?
You're right.
Yes, sir.
It gets messy. Shit gets messy and it gets reckless. And we don't know Head that well to where we can believe him that he's going to get that tape. Maybe he will get that tape and maybe his guys' faces might be covered. But guess what? The Reaper's cuts are on our back.
It costs more money to get everybody off versus just having them off.
Right. Right. So
Right.
that's
You're right,
where
Willy.
that's where I think that's what we should have done differently. We should have went there as a support capacity. I'm fine with that, but that was a city problem, and Lost has got to handle that the way he handles that. And it doesn't matter what we think. You know, there's no reason we shouldn't be in that mix. Basically, if it was up here, it's a little different story, and I would expect the Lost to do the same as stay in the back and let us handle the business up here. You guys follow me?
Yep.
Now the way
Mhm.
you make it sound, I mean, it's like we were doing the front work for
Right.
nothing.
Right. The Lost have been in and out of jail for a long time. They know how to get through the system. And there are people that they can step on to get in their way. We don't know them that well. You know? So we just you gotta really be careful with this kind of thing. And I hope Head gets the hold of that tape and destroys it. Because otherwise, that's on you guys. And you're basically, because 4 of you guys, or 5 of you guys done that, you're leaving us with 2-3 people in this club. And at that point, anybody can stomp on us. So.
Doesn't. I've got.
What's that?
Said if he doesn't, we don't hear from him. I've got some connections.
Well, that's fine. I mean,
Better start looking at the options now.
You got to plan for the worst.
All right.
Especially when you don't know these people that well. I mean, I know Sherry, you know them, but
All I have to do is make a few calls, and I offer up that people are looking for in exchange. And
so yeah, just the bottom line, guys. I'm fine with going into a support capacity if it has something to do with the city. I'm fine. I don't want to be the first ones pulling that trigger, though.
Mhm.
All right, we got to stay under the radar.
To change the subject to something else that we need to talk about, what do you think about the whole contract thing that Head brought up yesterday?
So here's the deal with that contract.
Because I know he's extremely scared of us kicking him out from under the rug and us taking all the job or all the contract and shit. At least that was my impression from the meeting.
Right. So here's the deal with that contract. That contract is already done between TNN Enterprises and the Lost. We can't go in there and try to take that contract from them. That's just basically smacking them in the face. Now what we can do, we can go to TNN Enterprises, and if he has more work, then we can go ahead and see if you'd want to work with us. But we can't be taking.
Because what Head wanted to do is he wanted to hire us on as like an attachment to the jobs.
Well, yeah, because he told me what he told me was you said you wanted to almost split the contract with him, and that's not the way business works.
That's what he wanted.
I mean, they've been here for a while. They've had these contracts. They've known each other. They've known each other for a while. That's their contract. That's their thing. That's like the Lost coming down here and trying to tell us what to do. You know?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I made that point. I'm like, well, that's not what's gonna happen.
We don't interfere with their current contracts, no matter what it is. That's between the Lost and TNN Enterprises. If he's not happy with the Lost, then he can come find us. But we can't put ourselves into that contract because that's just going to piss people off. And that's all the more reason we can't get into bed with the Lost, if that were to happen. Because we're actually taking money out of his pocket. He knows we're here. We don't need to flex. He knows we're here, and I think he'll be perfectly fine sharing the wealth. But the contract's a contract. That's between him and the Lost, or him and TNN Enterprises. That's their thing. Now TNN Enterprises, I don't know the guy, but if he has as much business, if he's putting all his eggs in one basket with going to the Lost, in my opinion, he's not a very smart businessman. You got to spread that wealth out because you don't know what's going to happen. The Lost can go away tomorrow, and then his contracts are going to be left out in the air. I'm sure. I would put money on that he has other groups of people doing work for him. We don't need to try to take anything from the Lost. Let them do their thing. It doesn't affect us anyway.
Permission to speak.
Yeah, go ahead.
TNN TNG Enterprises is run by my brother Tanner, and I'll tell you what, right now, he may have a contract with the Lost, but he has no problem pulling contracts with us.
And
He
that's
will not
fine.
put all his eggs in one basket.
And that
Okay, I cut out right there. What happened?
Sherry said that TNG Enterprises. Well, go ahead, Sherry. You can say it again.
It's her brother, yeah, but is that all that
It's
she
my
said? Because it
brother.
kind of went quiet for a second.
And I said that he has no problem pulling a contract with us doing things for him separately and not telling Head, which means our mouths shut. I know how my brother works. He does not put all of his eggs in one basket.
Right, and that's a smart thing to do.
But
In fact, he has his
Here's the
fingers in
thing.
all sorts of pies around here.
But would he ever flex that on them to say, well, if you don't do your shit, then I'll just go ahead and give everything to them, and then bam, we're in some type of damn war. So
No.
I mean,
He won't drop names, he'll just do it. He won't drop names. He keeps it completely confidential. If he has a problem with someone, trust me, you know he's got a security detail that takes care of it.
So if he's not happy with the Lost performance, then yeah, he'll go elsewhere. I'm not worried about trying to jump in on that contract that they have. Let them do it. It's cool.
No.
You know what I mean?
But he's gonna be in town tomorrow if you want to talk to him.
We can set something up.
Yeah, I'll make sure I'll clear some time.
But just so it's clear, we don't interject or we don't try to put or take anything from the Lost. Alright? If they need help with something, they can call us. We can set up a meeting. We take it to the table. We vote on it. And then they'll pay us accordingly, whatever we negotiate. Alright? But we don't need to worry about taking existing contracts from them. You guys all understand that? Everyone got that?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Now, he told me something about moving some product between north and south. Anybody want to fill me in on that?
Yeah. He wants this whole thing to be free, and I said we can talk about it. I never said yes or no. He wants the access to 2 of the contacts up here for LSD and marijuana.
Right.
In exchange, he will give us cocaine.
Okay. And what did you tell him?
Cocaine's down there. He doesn't have as many. I said we'll talk about it, and I didn't give him a yes or a no.
Alright.
now he did offer to bring us the cocaine and can buy fully
Oh, yeah, and
functional
the guns,
weapons
yep.
at 5% above cost.
5% above cost. What's cost? Anybody know?
That we don't know.
Alright.
And I mean, and then that'll be going off of their word as far as what that cost is. So I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. So before we make any decisions about anything, if it has something to do with this club, it needs to come to the table, and we need to vote on it, and everybody needs to be here.
Agreed.
That's why I didn't agree to nothing. That's why I just said we'll talk about
Exactly.
Alright. And if we bring something to the table, we got to know the details, what they're offering. So if he's saying 5% above cost, well, we need to know what's cost before we bring it to the table. Because it could be more than what we're actually paying now. If you think about it. So we don't make any decisions with the Lost until we bring it to the table and we all have a vote. You guys got that?
That makes sense.
Alright.
Sounds right to me.
We got to really be careful. We got to be careful with working with the Lost. We're allies. But at any minute, this thing can go backwards, or this can go sideways real quick. If somebody pisses somebody off, or whatever, we got to be protected. So we don't need to let the Lost in on everything we do. He told me you told him about some fake IDs or something. He has no reason.
Yeah, I said we can push those.
He don't need to know that we are even into that. If he needs them, he can come ask. Just like if we had something, we would go ask him. Say, hey, do you have this? We got to be flying under the radar here. You're putting too much out, too much advertising. You know, you never know who's going to be who's who. You know, we just started working with these guys, so we got to really, really, really be careful. All right.
I mean, for all we actually know, I mean, they could be getting desperate to try to get some numbers, man, and could have a infiltrator that's not going to be good for either side. So
Yeah, you never know. You never know. Or one of them gets popped on some stupid charge, and now one of them's going to flip. Say, hey, you know what? I can give you information on the Reapers. And guess what? Guess
That
where the
too.
Reapers are? We're down in Bolingbrook.
Yep.
And all the money that we make, it's useless, right? You guys all follow where I'm coming from, right?
Yes, sir.
We're all on the same page. So nothing gets done between any club unless we bring it to the table and we have a vote. That's the whole purpose of having the club here. Were you saying something, Dove? I seen your lips moving, but I don't hear nothing.
I'm vaping.
Oh. All right. Do we have any questions about that?
Nope.
Okay. So here's two more things on here. One, Sherry. The whole purpose is you want to be patched in, correct? You being here, right? Sherry. Sherry.
We can move on to the other one and come back.
Yeah.
Sherry.
There we go. So
Sorry, I had to mute my mic.
it's all right.
Yes.
So all right. So you want to be patched, right? That's the whole purpose
do.
of hanging out. All right. So here's the deal.
Yes.
When we're doing club business, I know you two got something going on. I don't want to know the details. I don't care about the details. If it comes to the club, it's going to be a problem. Okay? Now, when we're doing club business, Sherry, I need you on your own bike. We can't have a patch member and a patch member riding on the same bike.
Okay.
All right? When we're not doing club business, y'all can go right off into the sunset. All right? But when people think about us, the numbers is what they're going to look at. So if we have 2 or 3 bikes that have 2 people on them, it looks a little silly, right? So I'd rather have everybody be single riders. Unless, of course, obviously there's an emergency or something like that. Somebody's bike gets laid down, we got to get out, make a quick getaway, whatever. I get that. But if we're just going out on club business, I need you on your own bike.
Okay.
All right?
Agreed.
makes sense to me.
The last part. Mr. McGuire over here. He's been running with us for a while. I think he's pretty much proved himself. And I want to make a vote to patch him over. Now, before we do that, I'm going to need Sherry and Mr. McGuire, or Bobby, sorry. If you guys could just step outside for me, that'd be great.
All right.
We're going to talk about this.
How you want to do this? You want to just raise hands for whoever votes yes?
Yeah, just give him a second. We'll talk about pros and cons, if anything.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So, the only reason, I know they kind of came in at the same time, but I want to make sure that Sherry's here for the right reasons. So that's why we're not going to vote on her right now. I know you guys got something going on, so that's why we're not going to vote on her just yet. But I think Silos has definitely proved himself. He's been on jobs with us. He's here. And I want to vote to see if we're all in agreement with patching him over. I guess we'll start here.
He's been in the heat with us, man. I mean, he's taken criticism the right way. I mean, he's taken a fist to the face a couple of times, but I mean, never for the same thing twice. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, John? What do you think?
You want to do all in favor? Raise hands.
Yeah, that's fine. All in favor, raise your hand. All right, good. It's unanimous. Okay. And we'll cross the bridge with Sherry a little bit later. All right. We want to make sure, like I said, that she's here for the right reasons. Not that I don't think she is.
I do want to bring something up. I
Yeah.
mean, obviously, yeah, there's a thing going on, but at the end of the day, business is always going to be business and personal is personal. I don't cross it. I mean, she knows it. I mean,
Yeah.
she's caught the backhand too. I mean, but on the flip side of that, when it comes to business, I also want to make sure that the lost is out of her blood, man.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I get it.
I know I had a talk between the two of you, and I think you guys are doing very good about my directions so far.
Well, I'm all about it, man. I mean, you can't just let this kind of stuff just let me slip, because I mean, if I start to slip, then that's gonna fail us bad, man.
Yeah, it's going to be a
'cause
problem.
it's literally your job. You are an enforcer. You are here to protect the club and enforce the rules and laws. And if you aren't doing the laws and rules yourself, how are you supposed to enforce them? And you know, if it's going to be a distraction, that's another problem. You can't do your job if you're distracted.
Exactly right. And I mean, and I promise that if it does ever get to that point, I will gladly call both of you up and be like, look, this is what I got. But I don't see that ever happening, because my loyalty is here, and that's first. So.
Okay. All right. All right. Good. Like I said, I mean, you understand the whole not riding. She's not. I don't want to ride and bitch when she's doing jobs, right? When she's working with the laws.
Yep, I'm good with that.
Especially if she gets,
sense.
if she does get patched over, it's going to be. You don't see two patch members riding on the same
to be
bike.
honest with you, if she was, just some random woman, all right, cool, ride. But I'm even having kind of issues her riding with me being a prospect, because I mean, Bobby's been pulling his own weight, and paying for his own gas and all this stuff, and then what is she doing? So I mean, yeah, I'm all for it, man.
And we got to see that she can ride. That's another thing.
Yeah.
So.
I know that's part of the reason she likes riding with it, because she doesn't want to ride all the time, which is a problem.
Yeah.
I'm good with it. Trust me.
So, club business, own bikes, unless it's emergency or some kind of breakdown or something like that. It'd be different if like she was your old lady or something, but if she was your old lady, she wouldn't be going out on jobs with us. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So.
We're good, man. We're good.
All right, cool. All right, so yeah, let's see where they at. Are they down there? Oh shit, she's going out with a gun. What the fuck is she doing? Somebody go see what she's doing.
What?
She's going out there with a gun. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Dope.
Ah, this freaking rain. Oh shit.
Oh.
I slipped, dude. I slipped. Did you see that? Damn rain.
Yeah. Jeez.
For a second, because I thought I saw something.
That guy over there with
suspicious.
The van.
Yeah, it was a tow truck that sat here for about 5 minutes.
Everything good?
Yeah, it's good. They
There's a
drove
crash.
off.
Somebody just crashed.
Oh,
It's over there.
Somebody want to call that tow truck back then.
Yeah, but I don't want to just start pulling out weapons causing problems that aren't there. All right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Alright, what is up with this
we've
camper?
got to tighten up.
Whoa.
Alright. Cops can deal with that. Alright, let's go back inside, guys. Everybody come inside, let's go. I think before we go up there, I got to get some beers.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Who's still outside?
They may not hurt. They can come in, whoever's out there.
We have everybody.
Downstairs.
I don't know if somebody's still out there. We'll get them, I guess.
Downstairs.
I can go out there. I'll just come in the back.
All right. Yo, anybody got a Band-Aid? I freaking busted my head slipping on the damn steps.
Yeah, I seen that shit. You
That
almost
hurt,
fell
man.
over the railing.
That hurt. That hurt.
Damn rain is cold.
No.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
One.
Killer's hopping on, by the way.
Like now? Or like
Perfect.
20 minutes from now? Tell him we're at his house. Drinking all his beer.
If anybody would like a shot of tequila, I can hook you guys up.
Yeah, I'll take one. I won't drink it right now, though. I'll wait.
Alright. Oh, you good, man. You're good.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, shit.
Okay, I'm back. Did we do it already?
No. We were waiting
Okay.
for you. I heard the cops. I didn't know if, I mean, we're not doing anything wrong, so. Alright. Everyone in here?
Yep.
Like it?
Alright, Bobby. Come here. Did you take off your cut, bro?
All right.
Let me give you something else.
Oh snap! They kicked me out outside for some reason.
Killer's here.
Alright, you here? Bobby?
Mhm.
Alright. We all took a vote. Unanimous decision. You are now a patch member. I want to congratulate you. From this point forward, every one of these people in this room, you lay your life down for, as they will do the same to you. We are one big family here.
Appreciate it, guys.
And I want to, give me 1 second.
You earned it, man. Don't let us down.
Yeah, don't fuck it up,
I
man.
won't.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you guys are watching me on YouTube, make sure you check me out on Facebook. And if you all are watching me on Facebook, make sure you check me out on YouTube. Until the next one, I'll see you soon.